Test. Alright, works. Welcome everyone, I'm John and this is the crypto channel of John. Now the market has reacted like it was supposed to react. That's done everything beautifully. We went up, down and up again. Halving has been there. Congratulations to everybody that has been patiently enough waiting for the halving. We are there. The halving was Saturday, and that means a lot for me. Now, today I'm gonna start with something different because I find it very important that we all keep our cryptocurrencies at a safe place. I'm not even sure if everybody knows why cryptocurrency was invented and why it wasn't. I'm not always sure how many people does even know why crypto is invented or why we are even in cryptocurrencies. I'm in cryptocurrency really for a very long run because I love that it has a new narrative, makes people being able to transfer money from one person to another without having to do anything really, without the commercial thing that we need like a bank, because these are not the best things. This week was something special. Last week really, I went to some people and educated them because of they wanted to know how to get into crypto, so I helped them a little bit. And the good thing I found of that conversation went, once she wanted to buy something, the person bought. The first buy was very easy to do. Everything went super, very nice, easy, done. The second bot did not work anymore. So she wanted to buy some cryptocurrencies and she was not allowed from the banks itself. So what happened? They blocked the card and they were not able to buy anything else. Now there was more than enough money onto the card, so it's not because there wasn't money on it. It's really because the banks didn't want us to go into cryptocurrency. They don't like to see money disappear from their own accounts, of course, and into something that they have no more control over. So that's the first reason why I'm into cryptocurrency, because I do not like the way the banks handle stuff anymore. And that's really the reason why Satoshi Nakamoto invented crypto too, because in 2008, beginning of 2009, there was a bank crisis. Here in Belgium, some people felt it, a lot of people did not, because not everybody has a lot of money. But people that were invested in some stuff did feel it a lot too. Now in 2009, the first transfer of Bitcoin came in play. And the reason why really was because of the banking system, so that people could have and are able to trade funds again without a banking system. Now, if people have a little bit of history and know this, they know that we used to do this a lot of times. So it's not that long that we really use banks. It's only maybe a couple of hundred years that we use banks, and that they have the power of everything. So I think in 2000 and in 1905 or 6, something around that, that the banks really had all the distribution of money and that they are really working with everything. Now, do know the people that own the banks are not governments, so they are really people that are sovereign and they own all the money and can print money, of course. You all have heard the inflation and anything else that people have been making money since 2020. Here in this part we had a huge inflation. People did not see it yet, but now in Belgium it's starting to feel, you can start to feel it here, and people are really getting it to know. Now, why do I tell this? Because that you have a bigger picture about cryptocurrency than just here and now, because I believe that cryptocurrency is here to stay and that we will be using this as a normal payment system. It's very important to remember that we need to use cryptocurrency as a payment system and not as a stock, because that's the way we should go later on, and making sure that we are able to touch all our funds when we want to. Because of that person that I went to, she was not able, or he was not able to do anything with the money, and it's not funny to see that. The face was not happy at all when they felt like they were betrayed by somebody and that they were not able to touch anything. Now, I feel for them because I've been there. I know how it feels, and I know that the people at the banks can do anything with your money into it. So the less money you have in the banks and you just have it in cryptocurrency, the better, because you can spend it anyway. You can use just a debit card from cryptocurrencies. Let me show you what I mean. I think you have one Bybit card. Oh yeah, look here, Bybit card. So, what does Bybit have a card? Yes, Bybit has a payment card. So if you go to Bybit, you can just ask for a Bybit card, and I think if you can pictures, this is how it looks. So this is just a debit card, but you can enter money into it and you can use it to spend cryptocurrencies. You can also use it to just spend normal money. You can just put it in euro and spend it. So I find it important that people know that cryptocurrencies are really able to use it to spend too. It's not only to accumulate and to store and to have more money about. No, it's really to be able to use it later on too. So if you do not use it yet, Binance has a card, Bybit has a card, and a lot of other funds are doing it. Now KuCoin is making one too. For KuCoin card, I'm not sure yet. I think KuCoin was making one too. Yeah, so KuCoin has a Visa card onto it, so we can ask a KuCoin Visa card at this point. And you can get cash back too. So if you are getting these cards, you can even have return on your payments for just not that much, but you can have some cryptocurrencies that you have that spend extra or receive extra funds back while you're using it. If you don't know how to use it, I'll share you, just ask me in a question, I will explain exactly how you can do this. Now, second of all, that I find very important that you guys should know is that you should store your cryptocurrency at least at a hardware wallet. I hope you guys all know what a hardware wallet is. So these are a few of them. So SafePal is one of them, Ledger is one of them, Trezor is one of them. These are all hardware wallets that you can store your cryptocurrencies on, and I do recommend that you definitely do. Now, I do not recommend Ledger because this is closed source. All the rest of them are quite okay at this point. So please just buy one and put your money onto that. We all have seen the collapse from the last one that we had, and that person is still going to jail for that, and that was Sam Garrett, I think. Oh, Sam Friedman from Crypto. This man has just been put into jail for about 10 years of FTX, the collapse of FTX. I don't really think it was his fault that FTX really collapsed, but they really have to blame somebody, so this man has been blamed for it. He's quite rich, well, he was quite rich, he's quite smart too, and he made a lot of money, of course. So, because this person got because they crashed his exchange, a lot of people were not able to touch their funds anymore. So I want you all to be sure that you always can touch your funds, and make sure that you just put it onto a ledger or anything else, so that you definitely make sure that you always can touch your funds. Now, I have a lot of them. I have different kinds of them, and all my funds are at least on a ledger or a Trezor or anything else that are hardware wallets. I have a SafeBall, I have an Engrave, I have quite a few at this point. But the reason is why I have these is because I store them all on a different size and on different stuff, because I don't find it useful to just put it on one single spot, so that we all have the chance to make sure that it is on something. If something does not happen anymore or work anymore, that I definitely can touch the rest, of course. I'm not sure yet how safe hardware wallets are, because everybody uses them. I'm not always that certain about them, but at this point it's always the easiest and safest way still to store your cryptocurrencies. Now let's go over the market view for a second, because I find it important that you all know where we are heading and where we are at this point. Now, we were in the accumulation phase. We just missed it with an inch. This accumulation phase. Now look how close we were. Where did it stop? It hit the low of this candle from last month was 59,555. Now I put mine on 59.05, so okay. If you did not enter 59,555, okay, that was just not luck, I must say. But still, that was pretty close. That was about $500 close to my entry. Now you can see, if I can predict this, a lot of people will be able to, if they look long enough at the markets. So this looks like a healthy market. Why? I said before, this was just one pile down, and we still had a lot of days to go. Now the halvening is into it, and we are already going back upwards. This looks like a promising chart. This was way too bullish that we would go down all the way. I did hope that we would end up hitting more than just the tops of the candle, but we did not. So I'm happy to see that we at least hit the candle inward somewhere. That means that there's a lot of buying power in here, and that we are definitely still moving upwards. Now I do know that a lot of exchanges are draining out or getting drained out, that they do not have any more bitcoins. So if you do want to store one, make sure that you do it sooner than later, of course. The market overall in cryptocurrency looks beautiful. Like you can see, we are still in an uptrend, so anything is possible at this point. Ethereum, now you cannot say that I wasn't a beautiful entry. We hit it beautiful, my accumulation phase, around 3000 to 2007, and the low of this candle was 2791. So my low was 2736, and the top was about $300 less cheap than the lows. Now that was a beautiful entry. This is a monthly chart, so we are definitely moving further upwards. Weekly, same. I am in a long position here. These were my profit area, this was my buy area, so I wanted to start buying here. Last week, on April 8th, we had a beautiful dip. We had a smaller one this week from last week, Monday the 15th. Now, I'm in this trade. I would love to see it hit up the tops again so that we are into it. So I'm taking a small leverage trade here. Let me show you my entry spot. So what did I see here and why did I wait? I'll explain in a second. Let me hide this one for a second. So this was my nice accumulation. This was my very nice accumulation. Oh, we did not completely hit it, but okay. 2,924. So this was 2,700. So that means about $200 that we missed the perfect entry. This was the perfect entry down here. It seems that I did not see this little gap here. That was the most beautiful entry that we could have, but overall you can see it for yourself. This is where we are moving on. We just dropped a little bit and we are constantly moving on this trend line, so we are definitely keep moving upwards. We beautifully did it. We entered again and we are continuous going upwards. Now from here I see us go at least hitting the tops again. This is where I'm looking for a next entry to go even further in long position. Why did I take a long in here? Because first of all, we were accumulating. This candle showed me that we are definitely changing direction again and that we are upwards moving. Second candle, this one completely absorbed this one before. And that means that we could see a change in direction. Same for this one. This is a bullish entanglement, and that means that we could see a change of direction again. Now, where does it head over? This is the part where you should first take a look at, and that's this area, because there's a gap here. They are coming to this area, so this one will definitely just go in this gap. It could come back down to the line and then continues upwards. That I do not predict, of course. That I have to be patient for too. If you want to go in along again, at this point, I think we still had a small gap. Let me take the 8 hours. We could still have a small gap here. That could be corrected so that we could still touch one more time before we go upwards. If not anything that we have two green candles behind it, we could definitely see for a next entry to go upwards. Now this was a great entry that I took, but Ethereum looks very bullish and promising. Miria, same accumulation phase area. You cannot say that that wasn't a perfect entry again. We are heading upwards now because of if Bitcoin does continue head upwards, believe me, all the rest will just do the same. We are now at the end point of this huge triangle where we are gonna be in, and if we break this, it will go straight back to around 1 cent. So this means that we could see a huge pump from area very soon to around 1 cent. That's a 66% gaining possibility in a few days. Gala, the same. I cannot show you guys enough how easy this is to show you where you could start buying, taking opportunities, where to go to. So I'm going over weekly. I said that this was gonna be a super sale when we got into it. If you took the tops from the 3 cents, you were in it. Now we are touching this trend line again. Gala is coming out with a little bit not so good news, so be a bit patient. If we do break this one again, we could definitely huge spike upwards to around 1 to 10 to 12 cents is definitely in the cards for Gala, because we are just getting started in this cryptocurrency bull run. We are definitely taking a look for how long this run would be, and I believe we are seeing a run for the next 365 days at least, so make it 400 days run would be perfectly. So by May 25 we should see to take huge amount of profits. I'm telling me myself also to do this, and I am prepared already for how to take profits. Same again here. We went beautiful in my accumulation area here down here. We just hit it from that top, so we just moved upwards. If you took a hit from here, you're up 48% from now on, so that's like a better area to enter you cannot have. This is first accumulation, that was last accumulation that was possible. I put my entry here because I already have Gala. I did not want to buy up here. But for anybody that did not have the opportunity to set his orders below, you definitely could have just entered here and you're still in profit from the lows, from the highs. If you took the high, you're about 7% not in profit, but we will definitely see this go up very soon. Same for Kaspa. I'm happy that this one is still doing beautiful, and I believe that this one will be one of the biggest newcomers in the space that a lot of people do not yet know because of the Ghost DAC behind it. So Ghost DAC is not a blockchain again. Ghost DAC is something special that not many people even understand yet. I have hard figuring out how to understand this because we cannot read the complete blockchain. So I'm mining Kaspa, and I do not even have all the information about the mining system. So that means when I mine, I cannot look into my old wallets anymore. So every 20 transactions that's been done on this wallet, I get a new wallet address. It's very strange to see because that's the first time something like this happens. And every 10 to 20 transactions, I get a new wallet address to compromise everything. So I read the book, and it works something like this. Let me take a pencil, if I can take one from here, to try to explain this in Flemish, in normal language, because this is what I look at like. So say that this is the main frame or the main highway where every transaction goes through. So a very big thick line that everything goes through. So this is the main line. Beside the main line, we have all sidelines. So, and this all go back to the main line. On those main lines, so say that this is one wallet and it does a transaction. Because of the speed of the Ghost DAC, what does it do? It makes sure that all these transactions can go through at the same time. So these are all transactions on the sideways, and all these transactions can go through at the same time. Now, they do need to be checked if they are correct, yes or no, and then they have to pass the main line again. But meanwhile, even in these smaller ones, there can already be next transactions. And after that all these transactions has been checked and cleared, what do? This could be a wallet, and after 20 addresses, they uncheck them, they clear them, and then put them back onto the main line. So they gave you a new wallet address that starts again from the main line, so that you should start by adding a new transaction again, making a new line, So this could be your new wallet then, make it red. So this is now your new wallet address. Instead of being here, you just start again with a new line, and if you do 20 transactions, you get erased, it gets compromised, and you get a new start from the freeway. Now all these transactions get accrued and selected by the blockchain to make sure that everything, by the block tag, by the Ghost protocol, to make sure that everything is in order. Now if you do not understand this yet, still I have some difficulty understanding this new protocol, but this is beautiful to see. That's why I shown you guys last time Cubic. It does something similar, but with AI behind it. So, and this already has smart contracts onto it. Now, I have 3 reasons why I really like this coin. First of all, it's not a blockchain again, it's a block tag. Second of all, it's the first of its kind because it does cryptocurrencies and it does with AI. It does smart contracts, and that's the first one of its kind, of course, because not all of them yet has smart contract. Cassper wants to have it, but does not yet have it. And third of all, I have a group where I follow always, and these people are already interested at these things. Now, these people are very rich, not just with 1 million on their bank account. I do mean a few hundred millions on their bank account. And these people are ahead of the curve, like most of them. They already know what's gonna happen, and they are doing beautiful. Last not least, let's take a look at Triul. It looks like we are not seeing the very lows, but we saw the tops from this candle. We dropped into it, and here we are moving out of the accumulation phase now. We are up 14% today, and this looks like a beautiful candle that we're gonna do. We're up 23% today, but it looks like we are gonna give it a lot of push. And the next area that I want to see it hit is 125% from here. So that would be my first area that we could take a look at, but at the long term I just see it go straight up to around 8 cents. So if you're not in this one, you still have a chance to get 190 to 280%. If you took it from where I predicted around, we did not touch my area really, so maybe just a bit above. If you were into it and you took it, we could have had a percentage of around 360%. So believe me, people, this coin will do beautiful no matter what the market says. I've been listening to these guys, and I found it beautiful to see that they can not manipulate the market with their own funds. So what did they try to do is try to add to the market so that the market would go up faster than they wanted, than it did. Now, I know out of experience that all markets do the same. And nobody can manipulate any market. They just do what they want to do. So you cannot say it goes left, right, up or down. No, it does what it wants to do because it does what it wants to do. It's because it's been driven by AI behind it, and not really AI. It's been a computer system that manipulates all markets. The good thing about this is that we know where the market could go. So if you are able to see what I see, you can predict before time where the market goes. Before it's there, you can just take entries and just have patience until it goes up again. Now here, as one of the examples that I listened to you last time, and it was beautiful how they explained that they wanted to manipulate the market with their own funds. They put a few 100,000 into it, and exactly when they put it in, it got sold back out. So every price tick that they wanted to push higher, it got sold, and they could not push the price higher even if they wanted to. If they wanted to take the price down, they could not because they were losing money directly. So they came out of that fair and square and answered about that one. And I want beautiful to hear that they were trying it and they were not able to do it. So that even confirms my idea that the markets do what they want to do and you can only follow the market, never go against the trends because you are not able to do it. They are not letting you. So that's why a lot of people don't make money on markets. They want to adjust the market to their hand, and you can only go with the flow from the market and not go against it. It's like a wave that you surf on it. You want to ride it. You don't want to go against anything. So it's like if you want to swim stream upwards, you're not gonna get far. If you go stream with the stream downwards, yeah, you will go easy and it will go smooth and you will go much faster. So that's how you have to see markets too. Now I did wanted to get us this area one more time, but yeah, we did not. It was really this candle that shut us off, and that was the entry here. Exactly the top of the low of this candle was this candle's entry, and the low was at 0.0022044 and mine was at 0.0018. So that's about 2,000 of a penny. That was not 100% correctly, but 2,000 of a penny is like, yeah, nothing really. But congrats if you're in this coin. This will do very beautiful in the next runs. They are upgrading the games, they are upgrading everything, so beautiful. You can't say I didn't predict this one again. I do always love how a plan comes to work. If you watch markets long enough, look at this one. We went up, we went down, we said buy area. What did we enter? Perfectly, and we are in profit again. Here we go. This was weekly. Monthly I did not see it because there was not enough space. Weekly we could see it. I said this one. Just look back in time, people. Just put your orders there and go into it. So it's easy to do. I predicted that we would see something changing before this part. Last week I said you guys before the 3rd of March something will happen in the market. Now we entered it. We entered it again. If you did not take any entries here, that's it's not nice to see people try to do it. I'm here to help. That's all I'm here for. You're paying me for it, so I'm here to help you guys make money. So that's why I do this, what I do. Now we just broken through this. That means that we could see a leg up for at least 90 to 130% coming up. Now if you entered just from the tops, that would be 230% chance of going upwards. This was my road. This is my only meme coin that I have, and I always will ever have. I'm not a meme coin trader. I don't like it. Tao, this is one of the only AI coins that I really like. It has huge potential. Anything that AI is driven has a lot of potential, but this one has a backbone behind it, so this one definitely has chance of do a lot more. I was not 100% correctly, and this one I hope that we would see this part, but we did not. So there was one more here. That could have been an entry too. I wanted to take the low, but we just head up to the candle. Now this is, like I said before, this was the first accumulation phase. We are still in it, so if you are just taking this part, that's been safe play, and that's what I've been. That's what I put my entry, because I did not expect this to go this low. That's why it's in red. But I did take some entries here. Bitcoin Cash, I'm not very fan of it. Fear, I do know that a few of you have this one. Now, we did enter my super sale for Fear. I did not expect it to happen, but we did enter it. We are still in it, so it's still a buy area. Next stop area, if we see it happen again. This is now the stop, so this would be our next profit area. It's about 180%. So with a bit of patience, you will definitely see a return of 180% like in no time. I do not see it go lower than this because the overall market is upwards. This one will just follow along, of course. It's the only one in this kind that does horror, so be happy that you're in it. Now, I had a question about 2 coins from one of the discords that I need to take a look at, and let me take a look which one it was. So Quant and XRP. Now, XRP. Let me take you back to a story about XRP. This is one of the nicest coins to trade on because it's from the banking system. And 2 things you need to know about this coin. First of all, it's not a cryptocurrency. I'll be back, just a second please. It's too hot in here and I'm getting thirsty. Okay, I'm back. Now, first of all, XRP is not a coin that you will ever make money with, on my predictions. Now, why do I say this? Now, XRP as highest has been around $3. Now, this is not $3 yet, so as high as $3 and a bit. So I'll take a look if I have a chart somewhere that we can see it. I think Bitsmap shows you USD, the longest one. Let me take a look if I can. Yeah, see, this is the longest one that XRP is into. So I think around $3.40 it was the height. $3.30 and one, so I said 340 I thought. No, I was almost onto it. Now, I know this out of my head because I was in this coin too. I hope this coin would do a lot more than it ever did, really. Now, I still believe that anything that hits this red trend line is an accumulation phase. So anything that's in here, going down back to, this is back to March 17. So anything that hits this little red line looks like an accumulation phase. Now, if you can imagine, if we go up this fast only, yeah, we're in 2037 until we see $1 again. Now, we do have spikes up and down, of course, it's cryptocurrency. I do not see this go up like to $10, $6 even. I don't believe we will ever see that happen. Now, first of all, why? Number one, one person has way too many coins. It can manipulate the complete market. Second of all, do remember, XRP is not a cryptocurrency. It's not even a blockchain. It has a mainframe, so that means that one person or one identity owns everything and can manipulate anything that it wants to. So do know that before you go into this coin. Now, I do use it. Why do I use it? Because it's fast. It's blazing fast and it's fucking cheap. No, really, it's very cheap to transfer money for this one. So what do? I use this one to buy my cryptocurrencies or to get into this market. So I use it to, when I want to buy normal cash and buy, my first cryptocurrency that I buy with normal cash is XRP, and then I swap it for another coin and then I send it to my ledger. Now that's how I do it, because it's the cheapest way to get into my predictions at this point, to get into the cryptocurrency world, because XRP is tax free and entry free, mining free, so because it has one identity doing everything. This is how I do it. You don't have to do it like that, but it's for me the cheapest way to do it. So I don't have to pay an extra $5 or $10 just to put the fee in, to add to it, to the mining fees or anything, because XRP is free at the place where I buy it. That's the reason why, because I just do a swap and send it off, and it costs me around 3-4 cents to swap, and to send it back maybe cost me $3 instead of $10 to $15. So I just make it $7 to $10 cheaper. Do I have some? Yeah, I do have some. For one reason only, and that is, if I should not be right about this, then at least I am in it. I have this coin already from 2020. I bought this one. I bought around 10,000 coins back then at the price 2020. I think in here December, when everything went back down, I bought here around 20 cents. I bought around 10,000 coins. So if we take a calculator and I said 10,000 coins x 0.2, that means that was $2,000, but I sold 90% of it when it was around $1. So that was a 5x my money, and I sold around like 90% of it. So I have around 1,000 coins of this. So if it was around $1, I sold 9,000 euros. I made out of 2,000, I made 9,000. So I was happy about that back then, and I sold the rest. Why didn't I keep it? Because I was not really interested in I was more interested at that point at XLM, because that is from the German banking system, and I believe that we could see that one pop up more. But for the same reason, XRP, I do not trust XLM too, because it's the same background behind it. It's not really a cryptocurrency. It has one storage place, it has one mainframe, so it's not decentralized at all, it's centralized. So the reason why I'm in cryptocurrency is because it's decentralized, and XLM and XRP are centralized, so I'm not really into it for that reason. That's why I don't like them. Will they do good? Like you can see, previous highs, it went one time back to the same high, and that was it. So what could I do? I believe maybe the previous high, $1.50. Could we see higher? I don't really believe so that we will see higher. We have seen a little bit more upwards trend than the last time, but not really that big of a move. So you don't see like 200% spikes up. So from July, we had one from the start of July. So here we have 200%, but we're back up and down. And you can see from the start, we're up like 80%. So a lot of other cryptocurrencies do a lot more than XRP. If you have patience and you want to wait long enough, you can. But there are too many humans that already want XRP to go up, and I do not believe that they want us to be all rich, and because they have control over it, I don't believe that this will go up that much. Can it go up at 2-3x? Of course it can, but not really that much higher than that. This one instead, I do believe that this one has huge potential still. That's VeChain. If you never had heard about VeChain, this one does something beautiful. If you want me to explain, I'll do that one another one, how VeChain works. But I still needed to take a look at Quant, and do I believe in Quant? I have to say yes. I'll go to the website for a second and show you why. Well, let me show you the screen. First of all, Quant. I have one of them, just one, not more, just one. I don't believe that much into it, but I just have one. I stored it away for a long time. I bought it at $100, so I'm not that much earlier than you guys at this point. Why I really like Quant is the first of all, it is a very low supply chain. So total supply chain is only 14 million. So that's like nothing. Bitcoin is 21. This is like almost half. So that's why I just bought one. If it ever comes to Bitcoins, then I had just one. I'm happy. Now, second of all, this was a fair launch. So nobody at the start could have bought more or had any chance of getting more coins than this one. It's done already 50,000% over 5 years. So it's not a new coin. It exists already a long time and it's still around. So that's the good thing about it. Now, high price was $400 in 2021. So that was the bull run from last time. So could it hit the same targets? Yeah, it could. Perfectly. Still doable. That's a 4x. Good entry time. I would say go for it. I will not even look at the chart. I don't even have to look at the chart. This has been around this area for a while now. I'll even take the Coinbase chart. This has been around the same area for a huge time now. So it doesn't go really up or down. So if you get it on a cheap price, like around $100 or below it, that's like a beautiful opportunity for quads. You can see it doesn't really go that much of spikes even. So this is monthly, and you can see it's not that much height into it. Okay, from the low from here, from June 21, we were on a low of $40. Okay, that was still 2x, 1.5 really. But why do I like 1.2? It has a beautiful thing behind it, and also the people that I follow are into this one. They believe overall that this one will do great too. And sometimes these people talk with each other a lot more, business people talk with each other a lot more and play open cards with each other. Like we really should do also on the family table, talk about money, how to make more, how to create and go further in life, so that you all can grow and learn from each other, because everybody knows something different. I'm definitely know that I can learn from you guys too in some kind of a way. Maybe not with crypto, but definitely know that you guys know different things that I don't know. I'm not that smart in other things, so I know a lot about this because I look a lot at it, look a lot at it. So that's really what I know. That's my specialty. So Bookquant is one of the things also that I definitely would say it has beautiful backgrounds. It's, people are doxed, everybody knows who they are, it's fair launched, it has low market cap, it's fully diluted, is out. So this is only potential is going upwards, but it's been sideways for a long time at this point. So this is a very long run. If it does not do more than a 4x this run, yeah, be happy with a 2, maybe a 3x already on this one, and then leave it. I don't see it go that much higher anyway. But it's a good coin. It's something that you can hold for a very long time. Now I don't see anybody joining for this evening, but that's okay. I hope you all enjoyed the live stream. I will put the recording online, of course. Now, wish you all the great evening for the rest, and hope you all will join in the next one. Have fun.